What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with a new deep dive. Indeed, big shout out to major friend and champion of the channel, Nigel, who's made a number of artists available for us to go through, one of which is Tori Amos. Now, as I told Nigel, my older brother, when I was a teenager in the 90s, I remember him being into Tori Amos. I remember he had a poster, and I remember him listening to some tunes, which is further to say there might be some tracks along the way in this journey where, because of proximity listening when I was a teenager, I may recognize them at least in part. But by and large, I don't know her catalog. I've never gone on that journey myself, so this will be pretty fresh. And yeah, we're going to start with her 1996 album, Boys for Pele. I don't think it's her first album, but I do believe it's the first of the ones that Nigel sent me. Do let me know if I'm wrong about that. But I also noticed the first track in the folder is listed as Horses, but as many people know, when I begin to go through an album, I'll open up the master release discogs just to, have a sense of what the album art looks like and the track listing and so on. And when I opened it for this album, I noticed that it's listed as like track 1A and 1B, and the 1A track is listed as Beauty Queen, and then the 1B track is listed as Horses. So here in the folder I have access to, it's just all listed as Horses. But apparently the first 2 minutes of this, which is sort of designated 1A, is called Beauty Queen, and then the remaining 4 minutes is actually Horses. So here we go. This is Tori Amos from Boys for Pele, 1996, and it's called Horses, although again it seems to be subdivided as Beauty Queen and then Horses.
She's a beauty queen. Hey, my sweet baby, in the street, take it down out to the laundry scene. Don't know why she's in my hand. Can't figure what it is, but lie again.
That drone.
I got me some horses to ride on, to ride on. They say that your demons can go there. So I got me some horses to ride on, to ride on. As long as you're on me, it keeps perfectly still. And maybe you'll find me a sailor, a tailor, and maybe together we'll make Mother world So I got me some horses to ride on, as long as your army keeps perfectly still. You showed me the meadow and milkwood and silkwood, and you would if I would, but you never would. So I chased down your posies, your pansies, and my horses, then opened my hands and they were empty then. Always superfly, snuffing a shabby pen, honey, it's pill and pen. Always superfly, killing your bees of me, honey, like 1, 2, 3. The camera is rolling, it's easy, like 1, 2, 3. And if there is a way to find you, I will find you. But will you find me if Neil makes me a tree? An afro, a pharaoh, I can't go. You said so, but threads that are golden don't break easily. So I got me some horses to ride on, They say that your demons can go there. So I got me some horses to ride on, as long as your army keeps perfectly still, keeps perfectly still, keeps perfectly still.
Still the drone. So clearly, like a 1A, 1B, like a directly connected suite, an opening suite to the album. That's great. I mean, I don't know what I expected. Again, I have a sense that at some point along the way, I may recognize something. I certainly didn't recognize this. I would have remembered a tune like that. Number one, it was more, classically oriented than I perhaps expected. Again, I don't really have a sense for what genres that she primarily works within, but I suppose I was expecting alternative rock or something like that. So that configuration, that sort of musical atmosphere was really sublime, I think is the right word. Number two, her voice is insane. Again, I assume, given that my brother generally has good taste about music and so on, I would assume that her voice would be quite nice. But that was, very elegant and sweet. And there were moments where it was very natural. You could hear her breath a little bit, and it wasn't hyper polished. It was a very intimate performance. So I really enjoyed that aspect. Now, I'm not quite sure what's happening, but the cleverness of the lyrics and the horses part, and going through the different flowers, but also this type of wood, and what was it, silk wood, and you would, and I would, and it's the way it would jump from syllables that were part of a previous line, and then take it into a different direction, but using the same sound. I found that really clever. So I'm not quite sure what's happening, but and same thing with Beauty Queen. It's there was a designation of Beauty Queen, but there was also that drone, which there was a tension sonically. So I'm not sure if there was more to the story in terms of that designation. But a really interesting opening, as I said, 2-part suite. Really looking forward to this journey. Once again, major shout out to Nigel. If you're familiar with Tori, do let me know what you think. Again, I'm essentially entering uncharted waters, although, as I said, perhaps, with a bit of a possibility that there may be one or two tunes along the way that's like, oh wait, I definitely remember my brother listening to this. So we'll see if that happens. But in the meantime, I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, shout out to Nigel and all the people sharing music with me, of course. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.